What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Everything We Know. Following some of your feedback, I'm going to try to present this video in a more condensed format than the previous two. So, weapon mods. What do we know? Weapon mods began as one of the most popular modifications for Fallout 3. Seeing this success, Obsidian added the feature in Fallout New Vegas. It created an interesting dynamic and spiced up the gunplay quite a bit. In Fallout 4, weapon mods are going to be completely overhauled. So let's start from the beginning. How do you get a weapon mod? Well, you're going to have to create them yourself, and that requires scrap. I actually talked about scrap in my previous video about settlements. It'll also be used to create settlements, so this is becoming an increasingly important material. Basically, scrap is not a single type of item, but rather a category. Some of the different types of scrap include screws, steel, and copper. You can get these items by scrapping certain things in the environment, from looting in different buildings, as well as from traders. Getting the necessary scrap isn't all you need, though. You'll also need to have the correct rank of either the gun nut perk or the science perk. The gun nut perk encompasses your typical guns, so assault rifles, pistols, and sniper rifles. On the other hand, the science perk will be energy weapons, so laser rifles and plasma pistols. It's not clear what's going to happen with explosives or melee weapons, like I don't know if that's going to fall under the gun nut perk, or there'll probably be subsequent perks for each of those things. We just don't know about them yet. So once you have all the necessary materials and the right level of the perk, you're going to need to find a weapons workbench. This is where you'll actually be able to attach mods to your weapons, and well, there's quite a few mods. According to the official Bethesda Twitter, there's about 50 base weapons and 700 mods you can add to those weapons. So what's the difference? Well, in Fallout 4, there will be base guns instead of your typical guns. As you add mods to these, you'll get some of the weapons you're more familiar with. Let's take a pipe pistol, for example. Let's say you're happy with the pistol being a pistol, but you just want it to perform a little bit better. You can add a tactical grip to boost hipfire and reduce recoil, but maybe that pistol just isn't reaching as far as you'd like. Then you could add a long barrel and a stock to transform it into a pipe rifle. But what if even that doesn't have enough range? You could drop the standard stock and add a tactical scope and a marksman stock for improved range and accuracy. So now you can kind of see how weapons in Fallout 4 are going to be more personal and unique than ever before. You're going to start with the base gun and basically transform it into whatever you want or need as time goes on. One thing I particularly like about this system is how diverse it is. It doesn't appear that there are right and wrong combinations. Yes, some will be better than others, but there's simply such a variety of mods that it's really going to be more about preference than anything else. Maybe you like your pipe sniper rifle with a larger mag or even a suppressor. You could really do any of these things. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about every weapon and weapon mod, as there's simply way too many. I put some links in the description so you could check them out for yourself, but as far as the major categories go, it seems we'll be able to modify a gun's stock, grip, frame, barrel, muzzle, and magazine. Obviously, this varies slightly from weapon to weapon, but overall, the gun modification falls into one of those categories. It's basically gonna let you change every aspect about a gun. So what about melee weapons? They don't actually get forgotten in this system, as even melee weapons are going to be able to be heavily modified. Let's take a baseball bat, for example. You can change the material of it, add barbed wire, or even wrap it in chains. It's not actually entirely clear how those custom schematic-based weapons we saw in previous games will be implemented, but we do know they will appear. You can see concept art here for the shish kebab and many of his possible modifications. Well, that's basically everything we know about weapon mods. If I missed anything, make sure to comment it down below, or I could add it in an annotation. What are you most excited for from these changes? Personally, I can't wait to change everything into a sniper. I love sniping in the previous Fallout games, but was seriously bummed by the severe lack of options. As always, I thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all November 10th.